Curiosity on Mars. This is a really long piece. It starts off with the E bow. Do we have sound? I can't. Yeah. So you can see it's like rogue number 2. That's rogue number 2, and that's the string. Those aren't pitches. Those are strings because that pitch is not a D. And then I add these two things on and off. Like they're real subtle. But this is the beginning of Curiosity on Mars. So it's like, you know, you're receiving information from the planets. Anyways, I've got to get rid of this other loop first, but then I loop that. Of course, you got to get that little zippy sound of delays, which is just totally beautiful. And then I need the bass on the octave, and then I need a little bit of loudness. So the rush, it tells me that I've got the rush. I turn the delay off, which had been on. I add the octave down and the rush, which is just a boost. And then I just lay up a groove. I'm going to switch over to rogue number 1. Okay, I'm done looping, so I turn the looping part of it off. Get rid of the bass sound. I'm putting on the delay, the flashback to get this real dreamy quality, and I'm just playing with a Strat with a weak pickup on it. But it's the perfect sound for this next chord progression, which is somewhat impressionistic. Interesting is that chord progression is based on the row. The row is, let me just turn these effects off so you can hear it really clearly. E, E flat, A, F, B, B flat, C sharp, B, G, A flat, C, F sharp. But I decided, let's really take this row to Mars and make full chords out of it. And I just choose when I want them to be major and minor on my own. So it's like, so there's the E. I decide to make an E flat minor. And I thought that A major sounded good with F minor. So it's got a real moody quality to it. And then that sounds kind of logical in its own odd way. And then, okay, you're at the D minor, so you're kind of pausing there. And that gives me time to forget what the other notes were, so now the G sounds right. And the A flat and the C. Okay, I can, you know, it's not so far off. And then I just loop that F sharp thing and play the next melody. But that was kind of an interesting breakthrough for me, was to write a chord progression based on a tone row. It's like completely contrary to the purpose of a tone row. But that's why the tone rows were invented, to free things up.